what's really going to set you apart from everybody else out here.
Here's you.
Yeah, I would say
because I can't do that.
Could never.
Moving there, I think they broke into my car 3 times.
Hey everybody, this is Kirk with Beyond the Rolls, and this is my co-host, Maggie.
Hi.
And we have special guest Chris from Forever Paper.
Hey, thank you.
He came all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, and he's going to hang out in Fargo with us today. And actually, he came here last night, right?
I did, yep.
And he's gonna hang out with us today, and hopefully we're gonna be barbecuing some steaks later today. So we're gonna find out he gets a little bit of Midwest hospitality with us. So, Chris, what do you think, Fargo?
Man, Fargo is Fargo. I think I'll leave it at that one right there. It is not Atlanta. It is a home away from home, though, with how you guys have treated me since I've gotten here, though.
Awesome. What time did you get in yesterday?
I flew into Minneapolis. Got there at like 10 o'clock. Hung out in Minneapolis for a little bit. Took that 3.5-hour drive. So I made it in maybe around 6:30 or so.
Oh, nice. You got to explore it all?
I did. A little bit of Minneapolis, a little bit of Fargo, and explore the bed. Yeah.
Luckily, we always like to talk about weather is always a factor when you talk about Fargo. So you came at a beautiful time of year. We're actually a little bit warmer, I think, than normal. So
I appreciate that. Really. It feels really good out there.
We turn it up a little bit for you. So,
I appreciate it.
Next time we're gonna invite you back in January. So then that way,
February.
No thanks. I heard about the winters. I am okay. You're not ruining my birthday with that snow and the cold weather.
When's your birthday?
In January 13th.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
So,
yeah, it's 6 months from now, basically.
Maggie, don't you got a little something for Chris here?
I do.
What do you have for me?
I do. We like to have a little cup when we're.
Okay, Beyond
Please, wet your whistle.
Yeah.
Logo.
Oh, and my name is on here as well.
It's official.
You guys, I don't know if you can see that. That's so wild. Thank you both. Do you know what's in here?
Well,
I do not.
We're a little special
Find out.
for you.
Okay.
I'm Beyond the Rolls, anything happens. So.
Okay, bottoms up.
That's why it's beyond,
Yeah.
Oh, forever, beyond forever, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, Chris, just briefly, tell us.
Nice.
You're with Forever Paper.
Yep.
You've been in there how long?
I've only been with Forever since January.
Okay.
That surprises so many people. It just doesn't feel like it, though, you know?
And just tell us again, what's your role with Forever Paper, and kind of what's your goal or what you're doing with them right now?
Yeah, so I work in the marketing department just for the U.S. side. Forever is super known in European countries, Asia, the Mediterranean, but for the U.S., not many people know us, and that really kind of bugs my upper people. So we're here to build those client relations, make sure we're hand in hand with our suppliers, helping troubleshoot, making sure you guys don't have any issues with our products, and that's why I'm here. Make sure we're marketing ourselves accordingly for the U.S. population.
Well, we're certainly happy to have you here in Fargo, and obviously, have you been downtown yet, Chris?
I have not been downtown yet.
So we might have to after we're down here, have to have some of you roll you downtown, because it is our tradition that you get to take a picture in front of the Fargo sign. So
okay.
So that's kind of tradition. So we'll make sure that happens today.
Yeah.
So then, other than that, we're excited to have you here. We really appreciate it. Obviously, when anybody ever comes to Fargo, because it is kind of the last place everybody says, I've never been to Fargo, never been to North Dakota. So
Last state.
Last state also. So it's typically we get a lot of people that come up well, I'm from Fargo because it's my last state to get done. So, but we're excited, and you've been doing great things here today.
Yeah, I have.
So,
I've been busy today, man. Yeah, really.
Good.
Lexi's got you on that schedule. It's good.
That's what that team is, man.
Yeah, you have a very powerful team here, so I appreciate them welcoming me in here. I mean, it feels like a home away from home.
Good. Well, that's all we wanted to make sure it happened.
Thanks.
So.
Thanks.
How long have you been in? Have you been in this industry long? Is this your first time jumping into heat transfer stuff, or have you been doing it before?
Yeah, I have never done t-shirts, heat transfer, vinyl, none of that at all. I worked in mental health actually before this. Still in marketing, but never in this type of industry. But I choose to only work for places that I can actually care for, and actually understand. Mental health, I have a genuine care for it in my body. Making t-shirts and creating custom art and selling an amazing paper behind it, really a genuine care that I have. So I love it, and I wouldn't change it for the world, really.
Awesome. Yeah. Love that.
So Chris, you've been in Atlanta
7 years.
7 years.
There in 2016.
So maybe, where were you born?
Okay. I was born in a small town called Hayhira, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how did you get to Atlanta? What's
college, man.
journey?
And the old town ways of Hayhira drove me away from it. I just had to go. One of those that, I had done enough of my hometown. I knew I could be way more than my hometown. And I mean, look at me now. Mom, I'm in North Dakota. I mean, come on, you really wanted to keep me there in Ahara, and I'm all the way in North Dakota drinking something that is alcohol with Kirk. Okay, like, anyway, so yes, that's why I'm here, man. I really wanted to explore. I knew I was bigger than the place I was born, so that's why I wanted to get out.
Awesome.
And you have a job now that you have the opportunity to travel, so you kind of get a little bit of both of seeing all these different things, but then you have like your home base.
Exactly.
Which is nice. Yeah. I saw that are you on the trade show circuit too? I think I saw that you did.
I am at just about every trade show here in the U.S.
How are you liking that so far?
I love it. Meeting so many different people every time I go. I think it's honestly one of the best places to learn because you're put on the spot so many times, and you really have to be on your P's and Q's to address and help these people out. So I loved it. So I love going to every trade show we have. I am making them sign up for more, honestly.
Oh, very cool.
Have you done the trade show circuit before? Or
I did market and sell deep TMS treatment. It's a deep depression treatment as well. Okay. So I was doing trade shows for those. An amazing thing to do. So
it's interesting how many different, I didn't realize until doing the trade show circuit how many different kinds there are out there. Like, even I have a significant other, he goes to he went to an asphalt trade show. It's crazy how many different ones are out there, and you have to think of the different avenues.
My family doesn't believe when I say I'm going to a paper trade show. They are just like, what? You're going to vinyl trade shows, like t-shirt trade shows? I'm like, yep, I am. And it's multi-million-dollar trade show.
And lots of people show up.
Yeah. Exactly. They're paying big bucks.
And they're full, and things are happening and everything else. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool what's going on in the industry, and obviously, I always think about is Forever Paper, seeing them for years and thinking about how cool, what they can do with it. And really, it's just the education with that, to really get people to embrace that part of the paper.
Yeah.
And how do you feel with the advent, obviously, of the DTF? Where does Forever Paper, fit in with that realm?
Man, we are jumping on a moving train with that one, I will say. But we are jumping, and we landed our feet pretty well on there at the same time. We have our new DTF Instant Hot Peel. So as soon as you release it from the heat press, peel immediately and you're met with beautiful results. So we're doing really good in that circuit right now, and we're just trying to push out and make sure everybody knows about that as well. It's backed by a reputable company. We're German made, so we really stand behind our durability and our stretchability, washability, all the but really that durability that many DTF providers aren't providing to you guys just because they're pushing out a quick product. Yep. They know DTF is super popular right now. Why not capitalize on that? But we're really capitalizing on that durability of the paper over itself. So, yeah.
Awesome. So tell us, Chris, more about what do you do for fun? I mean, we already talked about Forever Paper. We talked business. Now let's just talk about.
This one's about me. I get it. Let's see. So I like to actually DJ. I love to DJ at parties, local clubs. I have been in the music. I don't rap or anything. I don't do any of that. But I have always liked to create and curate music. So back when I was a little bitty kid, my dad would make these R&B CDs. Put music together, songs from Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross, put them onto one R&B track for people and sell them. I happened to get a course of his vinyls and a bunch of CDs, and he had a DJ set that I started to play with. And ever since then, I've loved to DJ events. I've loved to DJ kids events, parties, adult events, whatever I can, as well as I love to grill. Let me put that in there too. So if you have a nice grill, Kirk, I'm going to be looking at that thing from top to bottom. I'm telling you right now.
Well, you can check it out tonight.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Say, does Caden do it? His son used to DJ a little bit. Does he dabble in that anymore at all?
He's not as much, but he's still into the music side of it. He just really, he super understands, he can hear something like, okay, that's the beat.
He's just getting into college. I feel like that's something he should pick back up.
Yeah, he really should. Yeah. Parties are a very big source of revenue if you're looking to DJ something.
Obviously, between travel, you're doing DJ and everything else. What else do you get? What else do you do? What's your...
Man, I just bought my first house, so I've been really trying to make sure I'm taking care of that. I've been upgrading every single piece of it as much as I can, from my kitchen to my bedroom, on my own. I'm not hiring any contractors. I'm literally putting in the sweat equity because I care about that house. So just taking care of myself.
Cheers to you, because I can't do that.
Could never. I know.
Thank you.
What's been your project you're working on now?
Building my fence, and refixing my fence. I am literally taking it segment by segment, doing the entire fence on my own, and I'm halfway there.
So when like I said, I wish I could do stuff like that. Are you just like winging it, or are you full on like research, figuring out YouTube on? Okay,
I'm
so yeah, I'm a YouTuber too,
baby.
yeah.
That's all I use, and it honestly helps. I can't lie. Like,
Wow.
It's one of the best resources I've ever had, and I will never shun college. I will never say college is a waste of time, but I have learned just about as much off of YouTube than I did in college.
There's a lot of useful things,
Yeah.
or things that weren't even an option to learn in
Right,
college.
exactly.
It's a different. It feels so kind of in a box sometimes when you're.
Yeah.
I love YouTube. Like it's like I had to build. Our son graduated from high school and he wanted a donut board, so I just went on YouTube, found like 3 different videos, watched kind of how they did it. I'm all right. I got it. I got the gist of it. Boom.
That's it.
Just went and did it and made it, and I was like, all right, this is not as hard as I thought it would be. Or
At
something
all.
like that. You know, so it's crazy what you can, just everything. You know,
Yeah, and the amount of money you can save as well.
Yeah.
I was quoted $14,000 for my fence. Supplies included just for myself. I've only spent $4,500, and I can get that thing done within the next month or so. So I've saved almost $10,000 just by doing it on my own.
I just wonder if you have the time. 'Cause
Yeah.
You travel and you're doing this. And
Hey, I'm a busy man. I don't
know.
sleep. I'm a vampire.
Yeah.
I have to
Any
keep a couple
DJs,
of
and
lists.
I'm like, geez, so you're a night owl too.
I am a night owl. I honestly I don't sleep. Just kind of switching from time zone to time zone. My body can't catch up with itself. Thank God I'm young. I don't know, so I'm able to
you're
kind
not
of work with it.
Oh.
No. Germany, I went there 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, did you go to
There's
Fespa?
6 hours. I did go to Fespa. Yeah, it was amazing, guys. The festival was great.
It's been good.
6 hours ahead, and my body still hasn't returned to normal, and I'm just kind of winging it.
Did you get to do anything fun when you were in Germany?
I did everything fun in
Oh,
Germany.
cool.
Everything. There were castles, there were beer gardens, there were events, there was music, there was club. Everything. I did it all.
Oh, cool. Have you ever been to Europe before?
Never. Never at all.
I haven't
That's
either.
awesome.
I really want to go.
Yeah. So I got to go to Europe and Canada in that same trip, and I loved it. It was great.
We're in Canada.
Yeah. Toronto. Had a layover there, so I got to hang out there,
Oh, nice.
chill there for a little bit, and I had a great time.
Yeah, plus you get to go to the festivals in Munich this year, which is
Yeah.
like, it's such a fun town.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like in the parks, they have beer and sausage.
Yep, that's
in the park.
exactly it. That's
And
it.
you walk around, like it's just big glasses of beer, like it's
Huge.
full glasses,
A liter.
and then you just walk around and no big deal.
No, not at all.
I
And those
wanted to like
hundreds-
check out Europe just like honestly from like architecture when you see how all of these cool buildings, like the roads and all that kind of
I have some
stuff.
pictures to show you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun time, and obviously Fest was a great show, and all those shows we go out there. And typically we do go to Fespa. It was bracket between my kid's birthdays and his graduation, so it's like, oh, I'm gonna stay home this year. So
Well, will I see you in Amsterdam next year?
I will be in Amsterdam next year.
All right.
So
Well, then I'll have a beer waiting for you. How about that?
yeah, Amsterdam will be a fun time. So.
Yeah, I hope so.
So, Chris, what's some advice you could just give our audience? What's
Okay.
one piece of advice you would say?
Man,
And it
What-
could be like business or even just personal too. 'Cause being
Or one thing you live by. Like this is like.
oh, one thing, I'll answer every single one of those questions.
Okay.
One thing I live by is I'll try anything once, but I'll actually try anything twice just to make sure I don't like it. Number 2, for all the creative custom art people out there, all of you guys, stay inspired, stay yourself, don't try to be like anyone else. That's what's really going to set you apart from everybody else out here. This is a very saturated industry. So to make sure that you're going to be an individual, you need to stay unique. Don't change for anybody else. For all the business owners out there as well, I just want you to also stay unique and buy a Forever Transfer product, because we have things from tattoo paper to t-shirts to mug supplies to tumblers to wood products, glass, aluminum, ceramics. I can go on, but really holding yourself with a great durable company is something big for you. You don't want to use aftermarket products made by people that really want to make a quick buck. So I really stand by durable, quality, actual quality products. So make sure you have some of those.
Yeah, and that's true about, Forever Paper have literally been around forever, and no
Yeah.
pun intended on it. But we were over there and did visit the German factory headquarters and everything else. And like I said, it is, when you think about Germany and the BMW and all this other stuff. It's like it's just good quality manufacturing happens there, and that's really the key to everything. So, and it is a good product.
You just listed so many different things that they can use it on. So like that's a huge point too. Is like it can diversify somebody's company. You just listed ceramics and wood and all this metal and all this stuff that some of the regular heat transfer can't go on.
Exactly.
You know, so you can instantly diversify what you offer your customers. So that can be huge for somebody's business as well.
You can open up an entirely new market just for yourself. I was speaking to someone from Barbados just last week, and she's like, hey, one of my friends, I'm the t-shirt buddy, his name is Ruben. He's like, he told me that you guys sell tattoo paper. And I said, yeah, we do. She's like, nobody in Barbados is selling tattoo paper. I want your paper right now. And she's going to create an entire market just for herself and can take over a small island just because she's doing something different.
Absolutely.
So,
you can do that for anything. It can be for kids' parties, adult parties, even like sporting events, you know, to represent the team that you're supporting.
I'm excited about tattoo paper. I'm looking forward to because we've had way back in the day there was one out there but it's gone. So now like people have always asked like I want tattoo paper, I want this.
Yeah, but he's gonna put his face on it everywhere. That's what'll happen is he'll put his face on it and give you tattoos of his face.
And those tattoos last. So you're gonna be looking at him for 3 to 5 business days.
My God.
Everybody's challenged me to put the logo, our logo, onto me. So I'm like, all right, I can probably
like for real.
Yeah.
Why
get it for real tattoos.
Guys? I would have brought some paper with me because I would have did this. I would have had a big old body tattoo too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's the challenge everybody says, to get the new logo put on my back. So.
Nice. Guess what? I'm gonna send that over next week.
All right. Yeah. Deal.
Done.
I like it. So.
You gotta get a Wally B one too. Not for real, but in the paper.
Perfect.
So Chris, obviously, I said no questions from you. I'm just kidding. So, but this is the option. Obviously, we're going to let you. If you have any questions for us, and your visit here and time here with Fargo, and open it up to you a little bit.
Let me see. That's interesting. First off, how do you like Fargo?
You know, I would say in February and March this year, I probably told you I hate it, just because of the weather and everything else. But I would say Fargo's a great community. Fargo is a great community and a background to build a company and build families. I feel is phenomenal. I feel we're an area where people are just community, and they'll help out each other. They stick with each other. Still's got that feel of, for the most part, you can leave your house unlocked, your car door unlocked, and nothing's gonna happen. You know, and people are just looking out for each other and stuff like that. And so that's really good. And I think the talent of the people around here is phenomenal. And so that's why I've chosen to be back here again. It's just because of the opportunity and the people you get to be around. I mean, like I said, it's a great place to be from. It's a great place. Like I says, I travel a little bit more in the winter months because it's just I'm getting to that point where I don't care for winter as much. But you know, I don't mind the snow as much as when it's the wind that takes it at 40 miles an hour and blows it across. Okay, and then it's a 30-foot drift. I feel and some of that. But Fargo's great.
Nice.
I still say it's one of the best places to live. You know.
Well, guys, you heard it here first. Fargo has phenomenal people. They're amazing. They're honest. And this company right here, Heat Transfer Warehouse, is where it's located in Fargo. So you are going to get great, phenomenal people if you happen to work with these guys right here. You heard it from right here. Kirk told me all that I need to know.
I have a funny story. I'm born and raised here as well, but there's a funny story. There's a girl that I used to know. She moved to California, and I can't remember if the person she worked for was from around the Midwest. I think she might have been from Iowa or something. The second she saw that her resume, like that she came from like North Dakota, Minnesota, she hired her immediately. She's like, that is just from work ethic alone, comfort, nice. She knew like kind of the quality person she was getting. I thought that was a really cool story that stuck with me. I'm just instantly like, yep. But yeah, I'm born and raised here. I've never really had that like desire or need to leave. Like you have my family's here. I have a really small family. They're all here. As silly as it's going to sound, like this feels like a good balance of like not a super small town, but not a huge, I'm in traffic for 45 minutes to an hour every day. That can't be my thing. I mean, maybe I'd get really more into like podcasts and audiobooks. That's kind of what I do when I drive. But yeah, I like the comfortability of being able to kind of go anywhere in like 20 minutes, and yeah, it doesn't feel too crazy. And safe, I guess. I've never really not felt safe here either.
Oh, that's man, I have felt unsafe in Atlanta too many times. Yeah. Moving there, I think they broke into my car 3 times within the first year that I lived there. And it's just like, come on, guys. So I think I would enjoy Fargo too, but I would leave eventually.
Well, what is interesting though is there's so many people though once they get to a certain age, like he's gonna have a house in Florida at some point. It's just gonna happen. But most people leave here in the winters once they call like snowbirds. They leave here. Most of them go to Arizona, right? That's most of them.
Those are like huge chunk of like North Dakota people that go towards Arizona, obviously because now it's even easier with Allegiant, so they fly like direct.
Yeah.
But there's ways to make it, and obviously if you have a choice, an option to either work or be in a warmer climate, it's part of the year. You're gonna do it.
Yeah, you'll make that choice.
But then we get so lucky, and we do cherish our time from basically end of May if we have a good May. Through September, it's kind of that's why.
Nice.
That's a sweet spot. So
yeah,
it's like summertime. It's like all right, let's just focus on summer because it's gonna be over quick. So, but so we're gonna be in Atlanta in October.
Can't wait.
Pretty United. So are you gonna be able to show us maybe?
I'm gonna show you
some good places.
A couple of good places.
Okay.
A lot of good places. A lot of good places. You too.
I don't know if I'm going, but
oh, you better come. Just come. Don't even worry about it. Just get in this bag. Throw all his clothes out. Just come along.
So obviously we're bringing a bigger team out to Atlanta, going out to the Pretty United. Obviously, it's always fun to hang out with everybody, and especially local, to find out where the locals go.
Yeah.
Or the non-tourist areas.
Yes.
Like we want to go dive into the culture and dive around it. So
I'm ready, and I'd love to have you come by my office as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk business. Let's go have a beer. Let's get a good steak.